Hey guys, welcome to week 7 of my seedling journey for 2024. So I'm going to spin the camera around in just a second and let you have a look. I'm still sitting here at this table and potting up. I have not completed that task from last week, but it's time to fertilize again. So I thought, well, I'm going to pop the camera on and let you see what I do to fertilize my seedlings. I know I had that one issue week 4 where I used a new brand, a new fertilizer, and really burnt my plants quite a bit. So what's been going on other than up potting? It's been cold, it's been dreary, it's been rainy, cool. It's going to be down to 36 tonight. So I'm so thankful I didn't plant anything out. Warm weather crops. I was tempted. In the last couple of weeks, we've had a lot of warm days, and I was like, oh, I really want to put my overwintered peppers out. I didn't. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. But my garage has been completely full for the last 4 nights, I think, and tonight it will be full again because I have a bird, a Carolina wren, that took a nest up in my greenhouse, my little plastic greenhouse on the back deck. I never got around to cleaning it up and purging and organizing. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in there. So she made a nest, and now I don't feel like it's my place to kick her out. Of course, I'm not. So I have nowhere to put my seedlings but the garage. Normally at this point, week 5, 6, 7, they are getting time out in that little greenhouse. And even at night, I could zip up the sides. It would stay like 5 degrees warmer than the overnight temp. I don't have that option because we got the baby birds instead. So let's go look at my seedlings. Let's see what's going on. This is my current viewpoint. I've got a bag of soil and my cups and the plants. I'm getting really, really close to having all of the tomatoes up potted. I think I'm down to just the dwarfs that I want to keep. And I've got this because it's broken and I'm going to donate it to my garden fertilization schedule. So for this, we're going to use just half a teaspoon in a whole gallon of water for this fertilizer. That is a huge comparison to the one I used a few weeks ago. That was supposedly 2 tablespoons in just 4 cups of water, or 32 ounces. I put only 1 tablespoon. So big difference. This is just half a teaspoon for seedlings and a whole gallon of water. And speaking of seedlings, there they are in the sun. They didn't have much sun this whole weekend. I mean, when I say it was dreary and cold, it was. And I did take them out, but they did not get full sun. The sun's actually out today. And you can see that they're kind of a paler green. So that's telling me it's time to feed them again. And it is. It's been probably, let me think, week and a half? Yeah, I think it's been about a week and a half. Now, I am up potting with potting mix that does have some fertilizer, but that is going to be a slower release. And my little guys are doing a lot of growth, so they need something available right now, which would be my liquid fertilizer. So let's have a closer look. So I did go to that plant sale this weekend. At the one for the kids selling plants, I got this whole pot of coleus, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants. It was $12 for that container, but it's 7 plants. And remember, I will take cuttings. Once those get bigger, I'll just take cuttings, and then I'll have more and more and more plants. And then also at that kid sale, I got 2 peppers. One is Carmine. I wanted to try that variety, and I do have the seeds, but I didn't grow it this year. And the other is Serrano, and none of my Serrano seeds germinated. So I wanted to have one of those. So that's all I got at that sale. And I did go to a plant swap too, but it was only for native plants. I wasn't gonna go. I didn't think I had anything to swap, and then that morning I realized I had some cuttings from my red twig dogwood that I had taken last fall when I pruned, and I just put those in a baggie with some water and soil, and so I was able to get some false indigo, an obedient plant, which it looks just like a weed that I pull out of my yard all the time. I'm not joking. So I even questioned the guy I was trading with because it looked different than the one that he had. He only had 2 left. And he's like, well, you can see the red on the stem. So I took it, and then I did my little app on it, and it is obedient plant. But it looks like there's other things in here too. Definitely some weeds, maybe a little tree growing. And then I got this rattlesnake monster So I guess that was a fair deal. I don't know though. I took 7 red twig dogwood seedlings that had roots, and I only came home with 3 plants. So I gave away 2, and I traded for 3, and then somehow a couple just disappeared. But hopefully they went to a good home. I did go like look at other things when I left them for a little bit, and then I came back. Let's see. So some of these guys here, they just got potted up in the last, I would say, 6 to 36 hours. I know I did those earlier this morning. And so they've been watered. They got bottom watered. It looks like they're really dry, but they were bottom watered. I think this is Queen of the Night. And I don't remember. Oh, that's Big Daddy. So he's done. Queen of the Night's done. All of the peppers, well, peppers still need to get up potted. And they're still so tiny, 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 tiny. See, I thought I up pot. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so Geranium Kiss got up potted this morning. You can see it's still soaking up the water. And I did go to a nursery, I'm not gonna lie, this weekend too. But I needed to. I needed this African blue basil because mine unfortunately did not make it. Remember, I made that video. So this plant actually is from the same source that I bought my original plant back in 2021 that I kept alive by taking cuttings every winter. You can see they took cuttings too. So there's several cut marks on here. It'll just branch, just like a basil. It smells so good. It's so pretty. So I got that. I got one of those Affinity. Is it Affinity? Maybe it's called something else. Let me see. Oh, it's called Sunfinity. So it's a sunflower that's really petite that should continue to bloom for like 16 or 20 weeks, something like that. And I got something else. Oh, my daughter got some kind of hearts on a string for indoors for her room. Oh, and then I got this. It's Wishbone. I've never seen this color. So this could be a house plant, or I could put it on the front porch in the shade. So all of these guys, all of them, even the plants I bought, have been going in the garage at night. Oh, and here are my overwintering peppers. Oh, I've even got peppers. Look at that. I think this might be my jalapeno. So I definitely want to get these in the ground tomorrow is when I'm going to put them in the ground. Got some squash plants. They need fertilization today too. The watermelon are underneath. They haven't germinated yet. So we're going to get all these guys fertilized today and then tucked in before it gets any colder. Like, it's feeling chilly right now. I'm wearing this really thick, warm wool sweater. Now I know you see what I see. I did buy one tomato plant, and it doesn't look healthy. It's root bound. It's already got flowers, but it has a lot of suckers. It is sun sugar, and I wanted to try that this summer, and none of mine germinated. So we're gonna take the suckers off, root them, and I'm also gonna plant this. I'm gonna take off the flowers because look at how root bound it is. I want to give it a chance to really stretch out before it starts flowering. Although I am so tempted to try it really early. I could just let those grow and see what happens. And then if I need to, I could pot the sucker somewhere else later. So you can see my driveway is on a slant. It goes straight down. So I tried to set up this table to be as flat as possible. And what I think I'm going to do today is put the cups in this tray and then put in the fertilizer on the bottom fertilizing, bottom watering, and you know, give them a good 15-20 minutes to soak up what they want, and then I'll remove that set of seedlings, put them back in their tray, and then move on to the next batch. I wanted to show you the borage though. It's white and it's beautiful, and it overwintered, and so now the bees are so happy. They have this gorgeous food product for them. There's a bee right there. I don't know if you can see it. So really early food source for them, and beautiful flower for me. Also, the deer absolutely hate it. It's real fuzzy, it's a little spiky, and so that worked out great. I'm going to do that again every early fall, late summer. I'm going to plant those seeds and let them overwinter. There's a bee down there on the forget-me-not as well. It's getting ready to go to seed. I love that plant. I just made a short about it if you guys didn't see it. Love that plant. All right, let's get back to work. And even with just half a teaspoon in a gallon of water, look at how rich it looks. And that is rainwater. So that has a lot of extra nutrients that the plants will really love to have. So we're going to start with Moon Glow. I'm going to put them all in here and then pour in about, I don't know, half an inch of the fertilizer water and let them sit 15-20 minutes. And then I'll do another double count, even though I counted these last week, just to make sure how many look the best for this upcoming weekend. That is when I have told people I'm going to have the plants ready for the sale. So I've got 12 Moon Glow. They were one of the first ones to get potted up when I made that video last week. And you can just tell they're starting to look hungry. Kind of that peller yellow in the center. And then I have one that is like a runt that I did pot up into a smaller cup. If my little greenhouse was usable, he would go into what I call the hospital area. It's where I keep broken plants, keep little runts, plants that, you know, need a second chance. He will not be in the sale. He's technically in the hospital if I had one. I don't. I wish I wish my greenhouse was usable. And one super sweet 100 for the hospital, and then I have a total of 27 viable super sweet 100s. And remember, this was in that gray seed starting containers that I was really worried about these guys last week. They've grown a lot. I mean, I buried them at least, you know, half an inch from the first branching. So they've grown at least an inch and a half this week. I'm going to go ahead and let this round of guys sit in the fertilizer, and then I will start a new load. So that was a whole gallon. Unfortunately, I'm still on an incline, and so there's more liquid down here. Okay, I found some rocks, fix that situation while we're waiting, and it won't take long. I'm thinking maybe 5 minutes per set of plants to soak up, because they've almost wicked that whole gallon up in just a few minutes. I wanted to show y'all my Brussels sprout that I'm saving the seeds from. So every one of these pods will contain just dozens and dozens of seeds. I'll back up so you can get the full effect. I mean, it is a huge plant. I'm only saving the seeds that were protected from cross-pollination. So I just have to wait until these pods mature. They're not mature right now. You could eat them right now, definitely. This will be good in a stir fry. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Put some in, I was thinking about making dirty rice. Maybe I'll put some of these in it. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of seeds. I will have volunteer Brussels, well, it's not Brussels, collard greens forever, probably. So I am moving along fairly quickly. Right now I've got Whitmore and a few of the black creme that didn't fit in the last round soaking up. You can see they are getting big, but they do have the yellowing starting, kind of the fading, kind of the just hungry look. They've got a few more minutes to soak. I wanted to show you this calendula, if I can get over here. Probably can't. There's strawberries everywhere now. They're so pretty. So it loves full sun, but it doesn't like super high heat. And so soon, it may not be so happy. You can see there's a poppy down in there, tucked in. Hollyhock back there. Snapdragon here, getting ready to bloom. There are some baby snapdragons. Probably relocate them. And so what do y'all think? I'm thinking about taking out this juniper. It looks so brown and ugly. I think I'll put one of the emerald green in its place, arborvitaes. What do you think? I'm thinking yes. It'll look better year round versus this brown gooiness. Well, it's not gooey, it just looks ugly. I thought about spray painting it. I mean, it looks that bad. It's okay. You're okay, Tonto. Tonto doesn't like to hear sirens. I don't either. So Mountain Princess, it is a determinate, but it has grown so vigorously. And every time I uppot it, I've buried the stem, and it still is just growing like a weed. It's almost one of the biggest plants I have. I think it is the biggest plant I have. Can't wait to try it. Now this is Artisan Blush. I'm just leaving them there because I'm getting ready to swap, put that tray in, and do a tally. Unfortunately, not everyone fits on the same tray, which is a little bit confusing. We have been moving right along. You can see this plant is called Silvery Fir, and it is also a determinate, but wow, it has really taken off. You might think it looks like a carrot, and that's kind of a unique characteristic. It has carrot-like foliage. Isn't that cool? There's pollen everywhere. I've been trying to pick all the pollen as we go. And this is Geranium Kiss. I just potted him up early this morning, and he is a dwarf, so he shouldn't get over 2 feet. I've grown it a couple different years. It will get up to 3 feet though. Really cute, very flavorful fruits. They have a little pointy end that looks like a kiss, like a Hershey kiss at the end. The Granny Cantrell was another variety that took a really hard injury when I had that over fertilization at week 4. But you can see now they're getting nice and strong and tall. I have not made it to my peppers yet for uppotting or fertilizing. But here are the tomatoes that are going to be in the plant sale on this weekend. I do have some other things here that are just for me and or family. But these are going to be the tomatoes. Just have to put a couple peppers in, and then I've got all the plants ready for the plant sale. Let's go have a closer look. Got them lined up to go inside because remember it's going to be really cold tonight, 36. And still need to deal with all those peppers there in the middle. Got some other things over there that are just for me that I need to take care of. I did fertilize them. They need to get planted out tomorrow. And or, well, most of them are getting planted except for the Amish paste right there in the front. We'll probably wait about 2 or 3 more weeks before we plant those at Ivy's house. But look at this gorgeous Queen of the Night foliage. It's almost like a dark, deep purple. It's beautiful. I cannot wait to see that plant grow. And I have another one, indigo blue. You know what? I haven't potted that up yet. Oh, it's indigo rose. I need to get these up potted tonight. This is next. Okay, guys. Well, hope you're having a great gardening week. I'm going to go ahead and get busy because I got to cook dinner too. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.